All right, so meal planning for Portion Fix. All of you doing Portion Fix, you know you can access the Portion Fix program right here under 21 Day Fix, program materials, go to the nutrition, and then you go to the eating plan, figure out your formula. It's a good idea to recalculate your formula every once in a while. So you figure out your formula right here. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And right here. And it will tell you which category you're in, okay? So I did Portion Fix for the first year that I was doing Beachbody. I lost a lot of weight with Portion Fix. It really works. The idea of Portion Fix is that you're eating balanced macros. It's a 30-30-40 plan, so it's 40% carbohydrate, 30% protein, 30% healthy fats, and it's balanced with using these little containers that are all pre-measured, and depending on which plan you fall under, it tells you how many containers you can eat. There's 3 pathways you can take. The foundational fix, which is one you can do for your entire life. Basically, you put the containers where you want them. So you get 4 veggies, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seasoned dressings, and 3 oil and nut butters if you fall under Plan A. Plan A is a weight loss plan. Once you meet your goal weight, you jump up to Plan B no matter what the formula says, just so you guys know. But let's say you know you are going to be having a glass of wine in the evening, you can save one of your carbs for the wine in the evening. Or let's say you are you have plans to go out to dinner or something, you might want to save your carbs for later in the day. Now, the other pathway is Time Nutrition. You can also follow this all your life if you want, but it's stricter and it's only for people who are exercising. Basically, with Time Nutrition, you are timing your meals around your workouts. That way, you get the most that you can out of your workouts. So if you're following Time Nutrition or you want to follow Time Nutrition, you can find that under the 80-Day Obsession workout. And it lists it there, and I can definitely help you. I did Time Nutrition for twice. I did 80-Day Obsession, and I did Time Nutrition strictly the first time and not as strictly the second time, but I have a good understanding of it, and plus as a Portion Fix Master Coach, I got even more training in it, so I can definitely help you with that. Now and then the third pathway is a short-term pathway. So if you have an event coming in like 3 weeks and you want to drop weight quickly, there's carb cycling, but it is not a long-term, and she tells everybody you cannot do it for more than 3 weeks in a row. So once you figure out your category, you figure out your containers, you should take a look at the food list. I'm putting a template in the comments to help with your meal planning using the container program, and it's a nice color-coded template that was made by my coach grandma, Lindsay Matley. It's beautiful. I use it even though I do 2B Mindset. Sometimes I'll use that template too for meal planning. So in the food list, if you're not vegan, you would go to the regular food list, and it lists the foods and also the quantity. So in general, the color-coded containers are the amount of each thing you can have. So let's say you wanted to have chopped sweet potato, you would chop the sweet potato and put it in the yellow container, and that's how you would measure it. But let's say you wanted to have a tangerine, you wouldn't put it in the purple container. It just here says 2 small tangerines equal 1 purple container. But if you're having blueberries, you would fill the purple container with blueberries, which is a cup, and that's considered a serving. I found Portion Fix to be great for understanding portion sizes. It really opened my eyes to portion sizes. It was very useful. I think it's a great place for people to start, although I do find 2B Mindset to be more flexible for when I'm out and about. Portion Fix was very good at helping me learn about food and portions and balanced eating. If you are vegan, you have a different list. Oh, I clicked on the same one. So, and then if you're vegetarian, it depends on how many animal proteins you actually have. So vegetarians might have yogurt, or they might have milk or something like that. She says, depending on how many times a week you have these animal proteins, makes the decision on whether you should be following the vegan plan or the vegetarian plan. So a vegetarian that only like once a week has an egg still should be following the vegan plan. But if you every day have some kind of animal protein, you know, even if it's not meat, if it's like an egg or a yogurt or something, then you should be following the regular plan. Okay, but if you are vegan, you have a different container count, and as you see, the yellows are broken up between A and B yellows, and I'll show you that on the food list. So you have to look at that special container count, and then you have to look at your special food list. So proteins, obviously there's going to be less if you don't eat animal protein. So here's vegan Shakeology right at the top, tempeh and tofu also at the top. Refried beans are down at the bottom. One big difference is beans are a protein in the vegan plan and they're a carbohydrate in the non-vegan. And then carbs are broken up into A and B yellows. So you are allowed to have as many A yellows as you want. Not as many as you want. You're allowed to have your yellow containers be all yellow A. So in Plan A, you're allowed 2 yellows. Both of them can be A's. Or you can have an A and a B. But you're limited with the amounts of B yellows you can have. So an A yellow, one of them is quinoa. Quinoa is a complete protein. It's a plant complete protein, but it's not under the protein list because of the amount of calories that it has. And also the balance between carbohydrate and protein. So a lot of thought was put into these container programs in making sure people can get the results that they want. But quinoa is the #1 A carbohydrate. So if the best carbohydrate you can have is quinoa out of this list. Some B carbs are things like pasta, bagels, tortilla. So these, they want you to limit more so that you can have the best results. And one of the interesting things I found about the green list on both programs, with everything, whatever is at the top of the list is better for you than what's at the bottom of the list. So with carbs, it's kind of obvious. Like if you spend your whole all your carbs or things like bread, you're not going to meet the weight loss goals as if your carbs are quinoa or beans. You know, if you're having 4 servings of pickles as your vegetable, that's not going to be as good for you as having kale and spinach and broccoli as your vegetables. And one thing that's interesting to note is something like celery is down at the bottom of the list of vegetables. The celery is a very low calorie vegetable, but it's also a very low nutrient vegetable. And the goal of this program, it's not just to lose weight, it's to maximize your nutrition so your body is fueled as best as can be So it's running as well as can be. So that's why celery and cucumber are down towards the bottom of the list of vegetables, and kale and watercress and collard greens and spinach are up towards the top because of the nutrition. Now, once you've taken a look at the food list, you can keep it simple and just meal plan based on food lists, and that's what she recommends in the beginning. Or you can be a little more daring and get and make recipes. So Fixate is amazing. There are hundreds of recipes. There's a brand new cookbook that I also got. If you get Ultimate Portion Fix, you get the new recipe book, which is like 200 recipes. So good. And this online recipe book is amazing. So you go to Fixate, you go to resources, go to recipes, and you can access the recipes right from the table of contents online. So if you want to make the avocado chicken salad wrap, you click on it. Here's the container count right there. Here is the recipe. You can print it. You can screenshot it. So many recipes to choose from so that you never have to get bored. Part of what we're going to do with this amazing race challenge group is I'm going to try to incorporate more recipes from like around the world, but they're going to be Fixate or 2B Mindset recipes to challenge you guys to make. This Beach Body on Demand is an amazing resource. For $100 a year, you get all of these recipes, you get this meal plan, you get all of the workouts. I mean, it's such a value, it's unbelievable. All right, so I'd like everybody to make sure you get your grocery shopping done. Write out your meal plan. Look at all these resources. Try out new recipes. Share them with the group. I hope everybody enjoys this beautiful, beautiful day. I will be doing a live 2B Mindset